Brucey, we know it's a pretty long process to bring someone in, a few months. How relieved are you to finally have Juande here?
I was exceptionally relieved, if I'm honest. It was a very difficult process. As we know, with COVID, it's very hard with the borders being shut and everything. It's a long process. I feel for Juande and his family. Two young kids, so it's not easy being in a hotel room for 2 weeks. It's not easy waiting for exemptions to come through, but very, very excited to have him here.
Juande, how happy are you to be joining Adelaide United?
Yeah, I can say first thank you to Bruce, also of course for the club, because he was every time in contact with me. The process was hard, of course, but at the end I am here, so I am very happy to be here.
You spent 2 weeks in quarantine, but prior to that in India you were in a hotel for 5 months?
Yeah,
Something
also
like that? How does it feel to be
yeah,
free?
also 2 weeks in quarantine, so I spent a lot of days in this year inside the one room. But it's okay. At the end, the most important here, I want to enjoy with the club, with the team. So for me, this is the most important. Yeah, the pass, so I'm ready.
And how fit are you?
Yeah, I feel good, of course. After the quarantine, after 1 month without competition, it's normally I need a couple of training to start, no? But I feel good, better than the last time when I arrived in India and passed the quarantine. I feel better because also the club gives me all the facility to training in the room. So nothing. Now I only need to start, to continue with the training and nothing more.
What was your first day like, meeting all the players and the coach? How did that go?
Yeah, before I come in, I talked with Javi because he's a very good friend than when we were young. He speak about the share room very, very good. But when I know the new teammate, also the staff, the coach, my impression is better. So because I find a very good share room, a humble player, and no is a quality. No, it's a the position in the table no is only for 1 day. Do you know? It's because I find a very good team, a hard team, a strong team. So I try to go inside this mentality the faster possible. I'm very happy.
Do you expect to play this weekend? When do you expect to be on the pitch?
I don't know. I'm ready. I am available. So this question is more for the coach, I think.
We know that Adelaide's doing very well at the moment. A lot of young players playing well. You ready to fight for your position in the midfield?
Yeah, of course. I fight every year. When I jump, I fight with the old men. Now I feel also young, so I continue to fight. So this is the best in the football. When you are right in the shade room, all together fight for the same goal. But for me, when I side with one club, I am not happy when I play and win. I'm happy when the team win. Do you know? I am a team player. So of course I trying to train hard. I trying to get my position. But if not, I try to help wherever play. This is my mentality.
How was your experience in India? We know the league in Australia was uncertain when you left. Do you wish you had stayed?
Yeah, I miss a little the daily, of course, but I enjoy my time in India. But this time passed, so I'm very happy to come back to the league, also with this club because I think it's the same mentality, my mentality and the club. I say every time when I play against Adelaide, for me it's the hard team because every player runs 90 minutes. So this is very, very difficult when you play against this opponent. So now I play in this team, so it's better for me. You know.
Bruce, how big of an impact do you expect one day to have on the team right away?
Look, we all think he'll have a significant impact. We think, obviously, his quality speaks for him itself, but also off the field as well. He's a player that some of our younger guys can learn from. we've got Cavallo, Dorigo, Coletti, good young midfielders, and I think they can learn a lot from Juande by speaking with him, but more importantly by watching him play, how he positions himself, his ability to read the game, the passing ability of Juande as well. So a lot of attributes for our younger players to learn from him, and also I have no doubts he'll have a significantly positive impact on the team as well.
Morg said the current side reminds him of the 2016 one that won the title the other day. What's your thoughts about the situation, the squad at the moment, and where they're going?
Is it as good as the 2016 side, is it really? No, look, honestly, Jordan Elsey said to me prior to the season starting that he had a really good feeling about this year. He said the younger players are bringing a lot of passion and energy, and that they'd be influential this year. That's turned out to be the case. I've had individual meetings with the players over the last couple of weeks. Obviously it helps when you're winning, but even when we lost 2 or 3 games on the bounce, that's when you can really see the true colours, if you like. And everyone was positive. There were a few things that we had to address, and everyone worked collaboratively to put themselves in this position now. So I'm reluctant to draw comparison between eras and players and all the rest. But what I can say with full confidence is we have fantastic staff, we've got a phenomenal head coach, and I think the club has put together a decent team as well.
Socceroos could come calling around June, do you think? How many players do you think, there is a lot of players in fine form, how many players do you think that they could potentially pick up from Adelaide United?
Unsure. I heard, Arnie wants a squad of 50, so I think he wants a squad of 30 odd players. So look, there's no doubt that players in form are certainly putting their hand up, and that's a positive for us. I'd be delighted to see a couple of our boys go with the national team. They've got to keep performing over the next couple of months, obviously, but it'd be a feather in the club's cap to have a few boys get called up to the Socceroos. I don't want to mention any specific names, but we've got some players in some very good form at the moment.
In saying that, the World Qualifiers looks like it's going to clash with the A-League finals. How do you feel about, in that situation, and potentially losing some of your best players to the national squad?
Yeah, it's tricky, but it's a FIFA window, and we all respect that, we all understand that, and we're not going to be a club that goes into a club v country battle a la Harry Kewell back in the day. We're a club that's going to support our players, and playing for the national team is the greatest possible honour any player can have. So they've got to get there first, but if they do get selected, then they'll go with the full blessing of the club.
Bruce, the big game on Sunday was also a big game tonight at 5 o'clock. Canberra against Sydney FC. How's everyone in the club feeling about that? Yeah,
look, the girls are getting all together. They're going to go to Jenny Williams' house, Chocker's sister. So she's done some work with our men and women's teams this season. So they're all going to congregate there and watch the game with fingers crossed, and hope that Sydney FC can do the job. And we'll all be watching very closely here at the club, because it would be phenomenal for our women to make it into the finals.
Obviously, Carl will probably touch on it more tomorrow, but any more news on Tommy Urich when he's back, what the problem is?
I was up there yesterday. He was in good spirits. I can say the staff are confident with the progress he's making, but I'd let Carl, I wasn't up there today, so I'll let Carl elaborate further on that.
What will it mean for the women to play finals? What will it mean for them to get through?
Look, it'll be a dream come true for all our women to make the finals, and they deserve it. They've honestly had a very good season, culminating in the fantastic attendance and performance and result last week. And I don't know anyone around the country who would say that our girls don't deserve to be in the finals. So, like I said, fingers crossed, and hopefully Sydney FC can do us a favour.